and our honored guests. How many of you love summer?
Woo!
Yeah, I know I do. What's not to love? We have this great weather like today. It's absolutely beautiful. I love the evenings when it stays lighter later. And one of my favorite things is going on vacation. Now, the past couple of years, I have explored into new territory, and I've started taking camping vacations, which I absolutely love. They're great because they're fun, they're relaxing, and they tend to be low cost. Definitely a great point there. Now, one thing about going on a camping vacation is it can be slightly complicated to plan, especially if you're a first-time camper and you've never done it before on your own. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my 5 steps to planning a stress-free, relaxing camping vacation. The first thing you need to do when you're planning a camping vacation is commit to the calendar. For me, I know that's always one of the hardest things. I say, I want to go camping. Let's go camping. It's time to go camping. But it takes actually sitting down with the calendar, picking out a week or a weekend or just a few days, whatever works for you, putting them on the calendar and making that commitment. Now, when you're going to be going camping, it's a little difficult to just pick something unless you're completely flexible with where you're going to be going. That's one of the things you need to consider. If you have a specific place you want to go camping, or if you're flexible. If you want to go somewhere specific, you need to plan this months in advance, especially if the place you're going is popular. Like, for instance, Jennifer went camping in Malibu, and I thought, what a great place to go camping. Let's plan a trip for Malibu, but it was way booked up, and I wasn't able to get in like I had originally hoped. So an important piece of information to know is in the state of California, the campsites become available on a month-to-month basis 6 months in advance. So meaning, if you want to go camping in July, the whole month of July becomes available the very first day or the second day of January because it's a holiday. So make sure if you have somewhere specific you're wanting to go, book 6 months in advance if possible, or if you're going to be booking in less advance notice, try to pick weekdays instead of weekends, because a lot of times during those busy summer months, you can get campsites during the week when they're completely filled on the weekend. Your second step to planning a great camping vacation is actually booking the trip. Now you've picked the dates you're going to be going. Where are you going? One of my favorite ways to plan this is to get onto 2 different websites. The first website is Go Camping America, and the second website, hopefully all of your favorites, Yelp.com. On Go Camping America, you can search by miles from your home, and you can put in the dates you're going to be camping, and while it will show you everything that's available and the distance away from your home, it'll specifically show you which ones are available for the dates you want to go. So for instance, my last camping trip I went on was planned about 6 weeks in advance, and I went on to that website, and I typed in my address, and I picked maybe within 100 miles would be great. So I looked at all the campsites within 100 miles, and I picked ones that looked interesting to me, and I jumped on Yelp.com. I saw the reviews of things like the bathrooms, which is very important. Also, the cleanliness of the campgrounds, and also the type of people that like to go to those campgrounds. The one I picked was called Dogwood, and it said that lots of dogs are around there, which was exciting for me because I love dogs. And they said they had clean bathrooms, which is a real great point. Free showers, too. Also, something you have to keep in mind is how are you going to be getting to your camping vacation? You can be driving your own vehicle, you can be renting a vehicle, or you can even be renting a camper. They do have those available on ReserveAmerica.com. Now for me, if I'm going to be traveling over 100 miles, I like to rent my own car because I don't like to put the miles on my car, number one. I don't like to get it extra dirty. And the rental cars tend to have huge trunks for your cooler, for all your camping supplies. It's really convenient to have a rental car on you. And another great thing is they usually have iPod jacks, and my car doesn't have an iPod jack, so it helps on those road trips where you don't have radio in certain areas. You can plug your own iPod in and you're ready to go. Now, if you are going to rent a car, my own personal recommendation is using Costco.com. If you are a Costco member, they have excellent rental prices on their website. And I've done a lot of research. I've gone on Hotwire. It's a great way to go. Your third thing to consider when you're planning your camping vacation is making your requests. Your first request is going to be time off work if it's necessary, which for me, I do have to request time off work. So make sure to put your requests in early so that you're free to go and you don't have to worry about the boss giving you a guilt trip for taking off. The second thing is requesting company. You have to make a decision, are you going to invite people to come with you, or is it going to be just you and whoever your camping partner is going to be? Now keep in mind you want to invite people that are going to be conducive to the type of camping trip that you want to have. So no crazy family members if you're looking for a relaxing vacation. Tawny's sister. Your fourth thing to planning your camping trip is shopping. Now, I suggest keeping a shopping list for the few weeks before you're going to be going camping. I don't like to keep lists myself, but I like to make them. So I have Tawny use her phone, and she has a little application. We can have a running list. And also I like to ask other campers, what kinds of things did you find were helpful for your camping trip? Always a great way to go. A couple things that are my top for you all to make notes of. You want to have an air mattress. You also want to have baby wipes for multi-purposes. Trust me, they come in handy. Single propane burner is great, and also bug spray. Top things. You need those if you're going to be going camping. Also, plan your food ahead of time, snacks and meals. The internet is a great way to search ideas of things that you can cook while you're camping. Hot dogs are great because if you have a can of chili, you can make 2 meals out of them. Awesome way to go. Stick, fire, you're set. Now, your last thing you need to do before you go on your camping trip is pack. Now, this is not one of my favorite things to do, but I have a little system that works for me to keep it stress-free. And that's 1 to 2 days before you go camping, do all of your camping packing. So you want your tent, your utensils, things like that. And it also gives you time to go around the house and remember things that you may have forgotten initially. The night before, do all your clothing packing. Make sure to pack layers and things that are comfortable to sleep in. So stay away from zippers on your layers. That helps a lot. And the day of, pack all the food. Have someone double check that you didn't forget the candy bars in the cheese drawer in the refrigerator. And just throw everything in the car. And that is really your last step. Oh, one last thing you don't want to forget. Print out your reservations and your instructions in case your electronic devices fail on you. You have your backups. So trust me, guys, this is the way to go. Follow my 5 steps of committing, booking, requesting, shopping, and packing, and you are sure to have a stress-free, relaxing camping vacation. Mr.
Well, you wanted to know during your speech if you would say a lot of so's. That's one of your big issues. I didn't see any of so's at all. So never my experience out there. You also wanted to know about going a little too fast with your speech. In the beginning, I loved your tone of voice. You got my attention, and then I could definitely hear you in the back, so that's good. And then you went on with your speech. I felt a little rushy, if that's even a word, in the middle of your speech. So pretty much the beginning was great, good tone, good pace, and the little middle, a little rush a little bit, and at the end you complete your speech very nicely. So just in the middle, because you have a speech that's informative speech, so a lot of information, great information, so a little too fast, but that's okay because I learned a lot. I love your speech because I learned about GoAmerica.com. I didn't know that you go on there and learn about the distance from your home to the camping site, so definitely check that out. And Yelp. I always assume Yelp. I use Yelp a lot. Yelp is a website for restaurants, but I didn't know you could use it for camping grounds. So that's a good one too, because I have bathroom issues too. I'm definitely going to use that. You didn't look at your notes. That's one of the things that you want me to evaluate on. You did perfectly. I felt like you know your material. You gathered your information, and you were able to explain it in a way that I could, like, wow, this is a lot of information, great information. I want to write down and whatnot. And Costco.com, didn't know that you can rent cars from there too. So again, a lot of great information. with that, I think the only thing that I would change a little bit is just my personal preference is maybe have a handout, because it's like a lot of information that maybe, I would love to go camping since it's summertime. So